More answers lead to more questions tonight in the murder case of Detective Sean Souter. Today, the Baltimore Police Commissioner updated the investigation, confirming the longtime detective was killed with his own gun. It was also revealed that Souter was scheduled to testify in a federal case just one day after he was shot. WJZ is live. Ava Joy Burnett has more from the commissioner on these new developments. Ava Joy.
Vic, good evening to you. Detective Sean Souter was shot exactly 1 week ago today. Today, we learned that he was scheduled to testify in a federal case that involved Baltimore City police officers. This is file video of Detective Sean Souter 2 years ago on the job. Wednesday, the commissioner announced that Detective Souter was shot in the head with his own gun just 1 day before he was scheduled to testify in a case that involved fellow Baltimore police officers who were charged in a federal drug conspiracy case. The commissioner said at this point, there's no evidence that Detective Souter's murder is connected to that case.
People have asked me, how can it be possible that Detective Souter was shot and killed on the eve of his grand jury testimony, and for that murder not to have anything to do with the grand jury testimony? And people have said, is that possible? And the answer is, of course it's possible. Detective Souter and his partner were in a very dangerous area, following up on a brutal triple murder in 2016.
1 week ago, Detective Souter was in the Harlem Park neighborhood investigating a 2016 homicide. The commissioner said Detective Souter was shot in the head at close range, and new evidence revealed there was a struggle with his killer.
There's a radio transmission, a very brief radio transmission made by Detective Souter. It was about 2 or 3 seconds. It's unintelligible right now. We don't know exactly what he said, but he was clearly in distress.
The commissioner said Sean Souter's partner also reported seeing a person acting suspiciously before the detective was shot. The partner has not been identified, but the commissioner says he is helping as detectives try to figure out who murdered one of their own.
Detective Souter's partner has been talking to the homicide detectives nonstop since this incident. You can imagine the trauma that he's experiencing right now.
Now, the police commissioner said the acting U.S. attorney said the absence of Detective Souter's testimony will not affect this federal case against the Baltimore City police officers. Live tonight, Ava Joy Burnett for WJZ.
Ava Joy, thank you. Funeral arrangements for Detective Souter are now complete. The viewing will be held next Monday and Tuesday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Vaughn Green Funeral Home in Randallstown. His funeral will be Wednesday at 11 a.m. at Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Baltimore. Detective Souter will then be laid to rest at Delaney Valley Memorial Gardens.